Company is Black Series Edition LLC with gunmetal crystal edge technology screens and our FLE-BT company. I am doing some contrast levels because I'm going to do some short videos for other forum sites I'm on, and also too to test out the certified $6,000 projection screen to show that at the end of the day why our products are definitely worth it. Because again, instead of spending $6 grand for a screen, our technology can do so much more. All right, so let's get this one started. Now the base of gunmetal screens is basically their contrast capabilities, because they do produce a higher contrast than gray and white screens. That's what makes them a lot more superior than the other gray and white screens at the end of the day. So our technology pulls an infinity 1 contrast level, which means we don't have any form of rating when it comes to our black levels. They're just infinity. All right, so I'm going to do a New York City dark skyline, and to show you that we have the surface, because people think that we just have something up here that's not the screen. There it is right there. Has a 0.8 gain attached to it. And thank you, Daylight, for the screen. Just want to do a side-by-side comparison just to see. Like I said, it's a very dark gunmetal. Very, very good. I don't see a lot of very dark gunmetals. Good dark metal is the one that's actually going to be mistaken for black screens. So it's actually a pretty good one. There we go. Shot on it right there. Now, some bad things people got offended. One, I sat there and said that the light gray screen is a budget screen. And it is. It's not in the field certified. It's a gunmetal technology. And that's why it is the screen next to the white screen. White screen is going to be your cheaper screen, cheapest of all. And then you're going to have the light gray screen, which again, can't do contrast and doesn't pick up white levels equal to the white surface. So it really doesn't serve a purpose in just about anything. But people who have these higher screens like this, these are the elitist screens. These are screens that pull the heavier contrast and so forth. But it shows our levels versus theirs. As you can see, we can pull up a 100% infinity contrast level, which means our customers, no matter what projector they buy, well, this is not the knockoff, but my projector here has a 2,000 to 1 contrast, that's all. We don't need heavy powered monster projectors in order to be able to pick up the image. Keep in mind, both screens are being hit with 4,000 lumens, and my projector is 1920 by 1200. It's a commercial projector. Now, price tag for, we got people contact us and say, hey, we want this screen. This is not a screen, this is a screen paint. So we did a demonstration where we painted in 16 ounces of FLE technology to the surface with a lot left over to spray it in on some other surfaces. So 16 ounces of this technology can paint a 116 screen and some. Keep in mind, the price tag for our screen is $142. Price tag for the daylight screen, it's about $6,000. And that shows you how amazing our prices are and how amazing our technology is. And I said before, we're going to show this on a white surface, take out our technology and show you, no, a gray screen, these are budget screens. I'm on forum sites right now. Matter of fact, I'm supposed to be in there right now doing some debates and talking about a few things. They just don't have the ability to pull that contrast level. The 6000 is going to pull a much better image. Let me see. But our technology shows you don't have to spend thousands, not hundreds, thousands. Let's do a outer space screensaver space station. Let's get a dark one. Here's a dark one right here.
For the ones ensuring the job always gets done, and the ones wearing many hats, Grainger offers professional grade.
As you can see, you're reading a 100% black level of our technology. Now, like I said, the daylight screen pulls an amazing contrast level. Next to a gray or white screen, yes, it's definitely going to be a beautiful screen. Next to our technology, we pull the Infinity One, so that's the reason why. Which is actually fantastic for gaming. As I told you, if you're going to be gaming on the screen, gamers, at the end of the day, want OLEDs. They want screens that can pull 100% black. They don't want to play on gray screens. They don't want to play on gunmetal. They want OLED. That's what they want to play on. Why? Ask them. Because pulls a 100% black level. Black levels are needed for gaming. Every gamer knows this. So with our screens being black, guess what? Makes a great screen for gaming. Let's go wormhole. This is why we don't do any more side-by-sides. Well, we do to show you the difference, but the gray screen's not in our category of technology. It just isn't. They have to get past gunmetal technology first, and whew, my goodness, that's going to be a bit of an interesting ride. Oh, we did this one already. No, we didn't. Yeah, we did. Yeah. So as you can see, outer space, being black, does not pick up. Unless you have an Infinity One. Let's go with the goldfish, black background, or beta fish in the black background. As you can see, our screen understands and reads colors, maintains a beautiful white level, and again, reads 100% black. LG beta fish.
Getting that from YouTube.
Her husband's car was found in an area with a lot of bear activity.
I can't express this enough. If you're going to show off an OLED demonstration, express that your screen is black. We have to show them off with our gunmetal technology, but even though at the end of the day, like I said, it's better when it's produced on a black screen. Oh, the colors for the daylight is impressive. It can keep up with our screen from time to time. It just can't read the infinity. It can't pick up the black level. But the colors are actually pretty good. So as I said, this is a screen right here. If you're gray and you want to go against a certified, you're not going to win against this screen. Smarter screens, it's another screen. A smarter surface, that's another hard screen to try to take down. It's very good when it comes to color. And as dark as it is, yeah, it can be easily mistaken for a black screen. As a matter of fact, the first time I saw one, I thought it literally was black. Sony demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
This has nothing to do with contrast. Sometimes I like to add some color in it. And like I said, if I were to talk to the company, well, I did talk to the company. That the screen's good. It just can't read the Infinity One. That's the problem. And as you can see, it's a big requirement. Like I said, we don't tamper with screens and none of that stuff. It is what it is, what you see. Make sure that screens are fitting flat against the wall, which is very important when you're definitely dealing with gunmetal screens because of the reflective surface. And like I said, we don't badmouth the screen. It's good technology. Just like I said, without that Infinity One, screen can't run correctly. Sony 1 hour demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube. I'm a single mom. I've had a lot of those imposter syndrome moments, but everyone deserves it.
So here we're going to do the Sony and do the transition. See if the screen can transition. Head over this real quick. The area has a perfect transition. It goes from dark to light. Okay, a little bit of this. That's it. It has good color. And again, contrast, you need contrast to recolor. And for a long time, people thought that you need a higher white level to recolor. No, you're going backwards. It is the darker the color, the better the contrast. The guy in OLED said it crystal clear. In the black, you see true color. If you're mixing paints, as you add white paint to red, your color's dull. If you add black color to it, it gets richer. So it's true in the black. You see true color. Here's a transition. And as you can see, screen can't transition because of the gunmetal. Which means you should be able to have all your lights on, pick up a 100% black level, transition to bright colors, transition to color without washing or fading. If your screen can't do this and you have to be in ambient light controlled or dark environments, it means your screen doesn't work. See, automatically transition. That's what I call the transition in a screen when it changes over to black. So either you read 100% black or you don't read it. Now, if this screen was basically on a standalone by itself and we weren't there, and we did this against a gray or white screen, that would have the power to be have a better transition than the gray screens and white screens. Now keep in mind, the product, black screen, that couldn't register an actual black level, as light as the gray level was, you couldn't pass that screen. That screen would take you apart. Smarter screens would take you apart because they can read darker levels. So if your screen came out as light as it did, you would have a really rough time trying to take that screen on. And the white levels on that thing are extremely good. So that's another issue you would have if you can't basically read it at a high enough white level. If you're coming up too dark and your white levels are poor, it's going to destroy you. If you can't read a contrast and that screen picks up a pretty dark level, it's going to destroy you. And it's ambient light projection, which means those screens don't sit on the floor. You can put them right up next to the whatchamacallit. There's 0.8 gain sitting on that screen. You can take on, if your product is good, you should have had this demonstration done a long time ago. We do these all the time. That's why I love these screens, because they're worthy opponents. And most of all, when we come to go get the screen, no cancellations, no dumb nonsense and shenanigans. We can just go there, talk to people, have a normal conversation, get the product, get it over here, and do some demonstrations off of it. No headaches. These are professionals. Daylight and all them professionals. I got to deal with headaches every time I go get a screen. Can't back it up, don't make it. They can back it up. That's why we have it here. Definitely worth my time. Always good. I like their gunmetal screens. That is going to be interesting for our Imperial. Mine, look how much lighter that screen is than mine. All right, I'm going to go in and I'm going to put our sheet up. So that way we can take our screen out of the shot. Anything we lay against that screen, whether it be white, whether it be gray, it won't stand a chance next to the black technology. So we have to get our screen out of the way first. Put this set right there. I think I'm going to take mine down. I'm done with my demonstrations for the day on that side. I'm going to take it down and put it back over where it's at. I got to do my $4 projection screen I'm building next. on that side. So where did the power drill switch? Around here somewhere. Probably put it back. Yep, put it back. Just me, time, relax. Just me. Great clean, great back. Wait a minute, I'm right there. Okie doke. Put that back to where it is. Get you guys over here. Now we're on the white surface right there. Our screen can't interfere. Alright, that's better. Driving me crazy all day. Alright. Got a white surface. Let's go take our daylight screen. Put it up here. Now, our screen's not in the picture anymore. There's daylight screen on the white surface. See the difference? Big difference.
Why did we choose safe flight? Driving around is how we get our baby to sleep. So in our research craft, we trusted the experts. They focus on our safety, so we can focus on.
Big difference, see? With our technology there, now it can function. With our technology there, well, it is what it is. What's it? Starfield screensaver?
Getting that from YouTube.
I can never get what we want. Like literally gives everything else except for we use the same thing over and over again, literally. Now look at the levels there on the screen compared to when we're using it, the red levels don't pop up. But on a standalone by itself, it can read with no problem. This is the reason why when we watch the demonstration, the screen's on a standalone. They're by themselves. We put our technology there, it changes completely. Couldn't read red at one point then against our screen, now can read red. But as you can see, the difference between that and the white surface, yeah. Let's see if we can get that star field in here. So that's what a gray screen is facing. If you go side by side with that screen, you can't read the contrast levels on a screen that powerful. Now let's take the gray screen. See, that's the problem. That's why gray screen, you can't take that screen. You're not in the category of gunmetal. So that's what a gunmetal reads on a standalone without our screen in the picture. You can't pick that up. And it can pick it up in a fully lit environment. Same environment we can sit in. See, when you put that against my screen, it can't read the contrast level because it doesn't read the infinity, but look how dark it comes up. So that's why I said the other day, when you get the gray screen comes in and starts ranking about how it's equal, no, you're not equal. You got to beat that thing first, and you can't take that on. It'll crush you. As a 0.8 gain, it can thrive in this environment easily. It can thrive in the dark easily. Next to a gray screen, it can't hold a candle to it. Let me show you. So this right here, right next to it, overlapping just a little bit, is your gray screen. That's the difference between a gray screen paint and a certified high quality gunmetal screen. You will get crushed by that screen easily. Now, when I told you the story about how the gray screens, before gunmetals ever came out, it was the gray and the white screen. See the white surface? See how it doesn't pick up anything? So how the gray screen picks up something? Now the gunmetal comes along, the gunmetal now becomes the top dog. Because you know why? Picks up a better contrast level, has a much higher gain, can produce in fully lit environments, can read color better. And it has an amazing white level because it has that reflective surface. Not as high as white, but still picks up pretty good. And then you have us, which is black technology, which we read even better contrast environments, which we read the infinity, but we can make that screen turn gray. We can generate outside, we can generate in fully lit environments, we can do all that good stuff at the end of the day. We don't even need special projectors to run on ultra short throw. We can do all of it. So the message that I have for people who make gray screen paints, you got to get past one of those first before you can reach us. That screen can't turn my screen unwatchable, even with a 0.8 gain. And if you have a black paint and you can't register black to begin with, that stuff will rip you up. So you can't make statements by saying that we save you thousands. We say you don't save nothing at all. You got to get past one of those. Wait till you see the dark stern eye. That's another one just like that. That picks up an amazing contrast level. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Sorry, Sue, I can't get the Wi-Fi.
No one can. We got rid of cable internet. Rising prices, equipment charges, schedule.
We asked for red. How the freak we ask for red and we get white, literally? See? Picks up a better red than a gray screen, picks up a better red than a white screen. I've tested certifieds. I know everything there is about certifieds because I test those screens. Why do you think we challenge those screens at the end of the day? Because it's an advanced technology, that's why. Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
There you go. Green screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
That's when I sit there and say, if we were to test your product, we'll put it and get certifieds. Can't touch that screen, and at the end of the day, we can touch those screens. You hear me sit on camera and I say to gray makers that a certified gunmetal will destroy your screen. I'm not joking. Look at that compared to the gray paint. They know this already. They've done all these tests already. They know when they walk that screen into a showroom, that screen is designed to take out this one and that one with no problem. It'll even knock out a silver screen. Now you put that against my technology and what happens? Yeah. So, if you can't take that on and we can, how would that make you equal to us? You got it mixed up. When I sit on camera and I say, you're not on our level, I am not joking. You can't take that screen on. No gray paint. I'm not talking one individual. No gray screen paint. No charcoal gray. You can't take that screen on. Because number one, you can't survive in its environment. That's why. Look at all the light we have in here, and that screen's surviving with no problem. See that contrast level? And keep in mind, when you look at that, people think they're seeing black. That's actually gray. We put it against our screen, it turns gray. That screen reads an amazing. When I looked at it, I said, yeah, the daylight screens are very dark. They pick up an amazing shade of gray. And look at the gray paint. Can't read it. If you're talking about your gray paints having higher white levels, you're backwards. You don't want higher white levels. You want to be able to pick up the tone. You want to be able to generate its contrast levels. Because if you're picking up higher white levels, you're going to have an extremely difficult time fighting that screen. See, look at the red. Look how beautiful that looks. Look at the reds on that. Look at that. Now we had to take our screen out of the equation because you know why? My screen would knock out that one, and the white surface behind it. On a standalone, they're monsters. Let's get something else with some colors in it. Oh, let's do this right here. That's why they cost $6 grand. That's why. It's a big difference between a gunmetal screen and a gray and white screen. Huge difference. Huge, 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 massive difference. 8K desired nature.
Getting that from YouTube.
Are we going to butcher this? Because, man, I had a time fighting trying to get this screen, this demonstration to pop up. They fought me tooth and nail on this thing. I don't know why it's so hard to get this thing to rise. Man, it's a hard demonstration to pull now. 8K desired nature. If I can't get it, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get the whatchamacallit. Keeps giving me the assault rifle. Ooh. See the menu? Look how the menu pulls. So when you have a gray paint and you're rambling on about how your product is top of the line, no. You got to get past those first. This is just certifieds. This is a gunmetal. You're not getting past this at all. This will crush your stuff. You can't even survive in this environment right now. This screen can. Doesn't have a 2.0 as a 0.8 gain. That's why we love it so much, because again, it's worth our time at the end of the day. A gray screen, I can wipe you guys out one way or another. All day long, I can wipe your entire product line out if I choose to. That one, at the end of the day, that gives us a challenge. Because we know it's going to come with it. Even though it doesn't read the infinity, it's going to pick up beautiful colors. It can maintain that a little bit, and it also can pick up its white levels. In fully lit environments, it can thrive in it. That's why we like them. Now let's show you what happens to the gray screen. And I bet you no one will do a test or no one will do a demonstration against this screen, I guarantee you. Number one, you can't be in the environment the screen can sit in. You're going to wash out. So you can't be in there at all, period. And you're not going to pick up a contrast level next to it. And if you're using a 2:1, that won't help you. That'll advance the screen on the other end even better. So that's going to be bad. Either way. All right, show you. How we get a commercial in there.
If your travel trailer is uninsured, you could run into issues down the road.
Told you. If you really want to test your products, you have to go through the gunmetals first. And there's a lot of them. About 18 of them you'll have to go through. Just like that. We did it already. Did it multiple times. I did it today and yesterday. You gotta go through. That's why I said if I take my screen out of it, you'll see what it's designed to do. Doesn't look like much when it's laying against our screen. I take our screen out of the equation and show you what that screen is designed to do. Yeah, it's good. And I can see why from their point of view, because I'm used to seeing black anyway, I see gray. But I can see by their point of view and why they thought this screen was actually reading a black level when it's reading a gray level. It's still pretty good, very, very good. And shades of gray are extremely good, especially for a gunmetal technology. I can't really say much about it because I'm dealing with black. This is gunmetal, so it's a different category of screen. But it's actually really good. That's why if you're also making statements that your product is gunmetal, you are lying. You have charcoal gray. This is actual gunmetal. That's how it reacts. Look at that. That is pretty beautiful. Yep. I don't know why they buy the expensive projectors. Like, why? What's the point of that? I guess it's a company thing, you know. Promote a company with projectors, they promote your screen. I guess that's how it works. I don't know. I only choose screens at the end of the day that are worth our time. This technology, definitely worth my time. It's beautiful. I sat there and looked at the surface. You can tell just by looking at the surface how gorgeous the screen was going to be to produce. But it's $6,000. And if someone's saying, hey, our great product, no, you can't. Don't stop it. Stop it. Literally stop it. That's like running down a hill blindfolded. You're just going to hit everything on the way down. Just stop it. You can't compete with the screen. You have to be equal or higher to take it. Well, actually, equal is good because if you're lower than the screen, you're still going to beat it by price. But if you basically can outperform the screen, then yeah, you're there. I need more screens like that for the Imperial. This is really good. Look at that. So, when we tell you that we do certified screens, that's what we're up against when we do a certified screen. When we challenge the technology with gunmetal versus certified, that's the kind of technology we're up against. This is why when people make the gray paints, get offended, get upset, get all angry about, oh, my product. No, no, no. Your product is not even close to gunmetal. You shouldn't even be calling yourself gunmetal at the end of the day. You don't come anywhere near it. Look at that. Doesn't even require a 2,000,000 to 1 contrast projector. And look at that. So the $300 projector is running off right now. That's why we like them. That's why I consider it to be a challenge. The first time when I pulled it out, I was like, oh my goodness, I keep forgetting how dark they are, how beautiful they are. Can't hold a candle to that screen. So when you see my screen laying against one of these screens laying against my screen, and you see my screen beating it in color, pulling better contrast, yeah, that shows you the level where our technology sits. When we remove our technology out of the equation and just put a gray and white screen against it, you can see how powerful that screen is. They're no joke. Very amazing technology. Anything we pull in the menu comes up looking crazy on that screen. Okay, Snow Screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
See how it reads its white levels higher than the gray screen? You know why? Because the gray screen has a problem at the end of the day. It can't read white light. Now, as I told you before, the highest surface to pull white level is a white surface. Nothing pulls higher than white. That's the end of it. White is the king of all white screens and whatever white levels at the end of the day, because it pulls the highest white level. Any screen at the end of the day is going to drop. It's going to hit the sacrifice field because it can't generate a high enough white level to compete with the white screen. But it has to pull a high enough white level where it becomes bright enough where it doesn't become dark and unwashable. But if you notice, when you look at it next to the gray paint, the gray paint doesn't pick up a high white level like it claims. You take any gray screen that's claiming to pull a high white level and you stick that next to a certified gunmetal, it'll take it out in white levels easily. Because it has the reflective surface, that's why. So you can't beat it in color, you can't beat it in white levels, and you can't beat it in contrast. So, what makes you think you can take us when we can take that screen? I can take 18 of those in one hit, and y'all couldn't survive one of them. Told you. I'm not on camera talking trash shit in the day. I know my stuff. Been around for a long time. That's why I know. Now, one person up there talking about their product will save you $5,000 to $7,000. I've never seen you test against any certified screens before. You don't know that. That's why I love them screens. Pull them dark levels. Now watch this. There you go. See? There you go. Yeah. That's apple bottom, by the way. It has black in it. It has that black. If black, it used to be white paint, but it has black in it. Gray screens, as you see, called mixes, do not generate white levels. They can't read. I've tested them already before. You know, you think you order paint at the end of the day, and then you basically get a whole bunch of certifieds in the room. You start doing a little testing. Yeah, you know a lot of stuff at the end of the day. Yeah, a gray screen can't generate a white level. It can't save its soul. On a standalone by itself without a high performance screen sitting next to it, and yet it generates differently. But if you put it against a high grade certified that has the ability to be able to reflect and understand white light, it'll get crushed. That's why you don't see them doing demonstrations against these screens. They stay far away from them because they know they can't beat the screen. If I'm watching a demonstration, I'm watching a certified screen in a dark environment, it shouldn't be in there. Those screens are designed to generate in fully lit environments. So why is a screen of that high performance sitting in that environment? It shouldn't be in there at all. See? High reflective surface. Watch this. I'm going to do the Halloween version. That's what I love about projection. I'm telling you, I love it. You can't cut corners, people. Cutting corners will get your head taken off. That's what will happen. So if you were to pop into one of those form sites underneath one of these screens that's sitting in there and say, hey, my great product at the end of the day could easily outperform you, you'd have got crushed. You would have gotten crushed. Can't compete with it. That's the reason why those paints are 50 to 60 bucks. That's why. That gunmetal is an honor at the end of the day. It's an honor. That's why I never disrespect it on camera. It doesn't pour a contrast level, it doesn't pour colors, but it's a good screen. I can tell by looking at it. Even the material, I can tell it's an amazing looking screen. Look at it. It's incredible. Standalone, it's beautiful. Against gray screens, oh yes, outstanding.
Bottom line is, moms love that Atlanta Frost premium sliced meats have no byproducts.
Yeah, we're gonna be on forever. And that commercial was literally going on forever. Let's get the LG Beta Fish.
Love can get a little messy. Good thing there's Resolve. Love the love, resolve the mess.
Give me another commercial? Yeah, of course we do. Give me this one. Now, when you're watching a gray screen to the customers, what they try to do is they try to make you avoid looking at the background. I told you, the background is where you see the colors pop. You watch that darker background, the colors pop much richer, much higher. I try to tell you that a lighter screen pulls higher color, but it just doesn't. It's the darker screens that have that capability. But they'll keep you concentrating, looking at the color and away from the actual screen. You know why? Because they're not picking up the black background or dark gray as the screen is picking up. They can't see it. So they keep your focus on the color. Look at the color. Look at the beautiful colors. Look at the colors. That's why. Can't focus on the back. They're not picking it up. See how the color changes once it transfers to the $6,000 screen? So it picks up better here versus the white. But on here, no contest. Way out of its league. So, magic question for the day. How does a gray screen paint turn one of our screens unwatchable when that one can't do it? Yeah. There you go. Where did you see the Dark Star 9? I think the Dark Star 9's darker. I'm not sure. Because I got to get that one out too. Then there's a DMP Supernova Infinity and Blade. Gee whiz, those two are definitely nightmares if you can't get around those. That's a bit of a hard one to do. So if I own one of these screens, and you make a gray screen paint mix, how are you going to convince me? And I got the money to spend for $6,000 for a screen. How are you going to convince me not to buy that screen? What can you show me at the end of the day from your product that I don't have to spend $6 grand? Good luck. What's how the sign goes? So and so and so changed my mind. Ain't gonna happen. Look at that. The reason why I'm showing you this without our screen that are standalone, this is what our screens literally have to go through. Every time we put a certify against one of our screens, that's how hard they got to fight to take on the certify. But because we have the Infinity One, makes it even easier because we read the heavy contrast levels. We're still going to have to keep with the screen's ability to pick up amazing colors, amazing white levels, because the screen's lighter than us. So our screens have to work twice as harder. That's what our technology goes through. That's why I said our tests are brutal. If we buy your products, we bring it down here, we'll put you against one of these and your screen won't last. Beautiful, ain't it? They do a good job on their screens, man. See, what happens is when they try to compete with one of these screens, they'll put it in a dark environment. You really don't appreciate the technology until you see it in a fully lit environment. That's when you can appreciate it. How it can maintain the contrast and the colors and white levels. That's how you appreciate it. But if you stick it in a dark environment, heck, I can make notebook paper look good in the dark. So again, no, not a good achievement. Pause it right there. Whew. Testing, people. Hours of testing. Come in, have dirt, sawdust, everything you can possibly name all over me. And I would just get up and eat my food and go right back out and work. I just love working with high-end technology. Better challenge. That's what it is. Proof your stuff, you're going to have to basically, at the end of the day, you got to go against these monsters. Got better tape. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
It's a good screen, like I said. Very, very good screen. Put my baby back up. Give me a minute. Hoo-ah. I'm gonna put mine up because I have to do demonstrations. Yeah, if you're gonna talk about taking on a certified, yeah, you're gonna have your work cut out for you. Drill over here. Cardboard screens. Literally going to get rid of these things and just get 2 cardboard screens. It's going to be much easier to do. It's just so much work. I'm going to do a cardboard screen instead. What I want to do cardboard screen, because the wallpaper screens, I have to take it down, put it back up, take it out. The cardboard screens, I'm going to build a Velcro system where I can just pull it off the wall and be done. There's back. Sheesh. Whew. You have no idea how many times that screen is just not my fiberglass, but it's heavy. Not heavy, but you know, you take it down, you put it up. Take it down, put it up. Next screen, all cardboard. Stick to the wall, done. Stick to the wall, done. No screws, nothing. Oh. Beta fish, black background. Oh, we have to bring it down some. She whiz. Oh, gee, beta fish. Wait for a minute. White screensaver. That explains it. All right, cool. All right. Red screen. White levels are too high. And then I do demonstrations, and the screen basically, our screen comes up darker in the white levels, and we go, oh, that means you can't produce color. No, your screen's generating too high of a white level. That's how we can tell your screen's not going to make it. First thing we ask for is a white screen. 4K snow screensaver. See, so if my screen came out as dark, it's a white level that pushed up. It's a different from a white level. So you have your solid white levels. They come up a little bit with a tone, and the reason why that's important because it allows our screen to be able to generate our contrast and color, but we can still maintain our white levels without becoming so dark and becoming unwatchable. And why can't you see the other screen? Well, that screen is generating a 100% black level in the white, and this screen is generating a white level, but it can't see the black. That's why you can't make it out. You can make it out perfectly clean. When we had the screen, our screen wasn't even there. Starfield screensaver. Boy, wow, unbelievable. YouTube Starfield screensaver. Interesting. When it was standing, when our screen wasn't in the picture, you saw a black level, right? There you go. That screen next to a gray and white screen would destroy it easily. It'll pull its contrast levels. It'll do everything it's designed to do, pull better color, better white levels, the whole 9 yards. But when it sits against our technology, it's a different story. So when we sit there and I say on camera, and I can back it up as you're watching it, when I say that there is no way in the world that we're sitting on your level, you got to get past one of these to get to us. And good luck on that, because as you can see, that screen's a beast. Let's go pop over to colors right there.
Men tell us when they use Just for Men to eliminate gray, there's a great before and after. Then,
I like my gray. I'm never getting rid of my gray. Matter of fact, I want more gray. love gray. Ugh. Besides, when you dye your hair, it's a lie. You're gonna find out sooner or later. You know that, right? I can't understand why people do that. But anyway, let's get back to this. Let's get to our 8K desired nature. Give me something completely different than I asked for, as always. I gotta search for this thing, man. I never had to search for this video. If I ask for black makeup, they give me something completely different. Trust me. Doesn't even add up. See how the menu, when we push through, see how the menu's coming up black? When we had it on the white surface, this was pulling up. You thought you was pulling up black, but you're not seeing black. That's actually gray. That's why when I look at people's demonstrations and they say they're pulling black, no, we see gray. That's what we see. If your screen's black, I put you against here, you should read black. Let's try this again. 8K desired nature, 8K videos.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, when did this become a headache? Really? All right, this is what we're going to do. We got to go in manually because, you know, freaking, it's a jerk. You know what I'm talking about. AI, intelligent technology. I don't know how people get this stuff wired into their homes. Like, it would be a freaking nightmare. I see people sitting there arguing with their lamps. I said, oh, lights on, lights on. Just go over and turn it on. Let's see. Guess we gotta put something more in it. It's not kicking it. Oh. See his face. No. And as you can see, the menu we're working in is black. Your screen's coming up gray. All right, it's gonna push my patience today, I swear. Give me this right here. Never really ever had to look for this video like this. I gotta like hunt for this thing. There we go. Found something close enough to it. We're gonna still hit it, but at least we found out where the video's at. We can go here and get it because I want to do the same repeat that we did on the other one. That's what I was trying to do, but they made me search for it, which I should not do it because I constantly ask for this all the time. So as you can see, the black level showed up on the screen standalone with the white surface. Now let's show what it looks like next to a surface. I can read it. Whatever. It'll get there. Sheesh. No, we're not doing that. Get to it. There you go. So the daylight screen next to gray and next to white pulls up an amazing shade of gray. Next to a screen that can read an Infinity 1 contrast level, it comes up gray. So the big question is, how, where's the other one at? I want it all black levels. How can you basically take our screen if you can't take that? And there's 18 of them. That you're literally going to have to go through. And that ain't the worst of it. There's also shorter versions of it too. There's a darker version that they have for the, so I'm going to have to do that one too, just for the sake of it, because that looks pretty cool. There's a darker one that they have for the ultra short throw. It's actually the darkest one I've seen so far for an ultra short throw. And it's made by Lite. What section is this? I've never seen half of these over here. I want that, check out that far one on the end. Yeah, that's what you have to go through. Gray screen, you won't survive on my screen, and you won't survive in certified gunmetal. White screen, even worse. Definitely won't survive in either one of them. We can register white levels with no problem, and we can read infinity black. So when that cat came up, mind you, our technology was reading a 100% black level and reading this white level at the same time. Gunmetal can read the white level, it just can't read the contrast. Gray screen can read the white level, it can't see contrast either. See how the black is black on our screen, and we read the white level. Had to be the transition, you had to do both. But if you look at the gain, yeah, the screen's picking up pretty good for the gain. Let's get something where all of them can be a part of it. Oh, there we go. Sony demonstrations contrast.
Getting that from YouTube.
Told you. Gray screen doesn't read jack. White screens pick up worse. They do. But look at the gray screen. The background right now is showing black. It's literally showing black here. It's showing black here. And it's showing black here. It's basically this whole thing's being hit. Only our screen's reading the 100% black level and picking up color. This is picking up much better than this one, of course. And this one's picking up absolutely nothing. You know why? This has a much higher gain. It's going to be able to absorb better light. This one doesn't picks up nothing at all, period. Picks up better than a white screen, but so when you see the letters splash across the screen, it's being hit. Just can't see anything. See? Not to put down. People get mad at the end of the day with but I'm speaking the truth. Where am I lying? We're sitting up here, we got black technology, we got high grade certified, and we got gray. If you're going to tell me at the end of the day that your gray is different from any other gray, I'm going to tell you no. I got a couple of forum sites you can go to, you can have that conversation with them in there, because there's a bunch of people in there with gray screens too. And I'll tell you at the end of the day, what makes yours more special than mine? Show me. They don't read contrast, you won't read contrast. They have to be in ambient light controlled environments, you're going to be in an ambient light controlled environment. Tell them why your product's better than theirs. They're going to tell you right from the door, you're the same as us. What are you talking about? Well, make sure it's different. Let's say you go over there in gunmetal territory and play around with this guys at the end of the day. Big difference. That's why customers you see with gray screens are all in dark environments. saying it to be rude. Who would think? When I talk about the gray screen, I'm saying to be nasty. No, I'm telling you the truth. They don't work. Literally. They don't work. I'm not being rude. They just don't work. Put it certified. What do you think I saw when I put the diamond technology next to my gray screen? Yeah, there you go. See that image you saw when you saw that beautiful color and all that stuff pop up? That's what I saw. That's how I knew I was in the wrong direction. Let's go back there a minute. Let's look at those red levels. So that's the problem. You watch great screen paint mixtures, they're on standalones. They're by themselves in a room, ambient light controlled environment with a high power projector sitting behind them. None of that's real at all, period. They go to turn the lights on off camera, that screen's gone. It's not even there anymore. It's all rehearsed environment. We come here with a fully lit environment. We got a nice powerful projector. So everybody's got plenty of power hitting the screen. We take a gray screen, we take a certified, we take our technology. As you can see, the certified is pulling its colors. Not as good as ours, but it's still pulling color. And a very good one, too. And it's able to maintain without washing out with all this light. Look at the gray screen. Gray screen's not picking up any color. It's having a hard time picking up a contrast level, and it's washed out. I told y'all at the end of the day, they're outdated screens. You pick up better detail. It's a black screen. Yep, there you go. That's why I don't like to get on camera and just talk with nothing there. I like to show you as we're doing the demonstration.
First you hear it,
You know, we get people out there and say, my gray screen doesn't do that. They all do it. All of them. The digital crystal screen paint, it did it too. All of them do it. Going next to a darker, more superior screen, you're not going to be able to compete with it. Wonder at the end of the day, they like know their technology. Why do they keep hitting their screens with these high-end? Well, I can see why they go a little inky on the projector. I can see that, but still, I'm pretty good on older projectors. Pretty good job. Trying to be mean. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm telling you the truth. Gray screen doesn't work. And the difference is with the certified screen, you're not putting that to a ceiling. You're definitely not sticking that on the floor. You're not going to cut it and put it to a desk. Now, I don't know, $6,000, and you definitely won't take it outside. Guess what does all that? Our screen over there does it. So if you're a gray screen paint maker, and if this demonstration infuriated you, it's a wake-up call. Got to change your screens. Should have did it 8 years ago. Well, if you were around 8 years ago, I can see why. We were around 8 years ago. No, longer than that. 10 years ago. That's why I sit there and say at the end of the day that if I'm going to test your stuff, I don't even got to put you against mine. I can put you against one of these certifieds. I'll take your screen out. Stay up on a big old white wall. Put your product out there and put you against the certified. Watch the certified destroy your screen. Matter of fact, I'm going to start doing that. Before you're worthy enough to hit one of our screens, you got to take out one of those first. Like I said, good luck, they're good. So the Sony emblem pops up. So like I said, most people go near the budgets. That's why people got mad at me. Some people get mad at me and say, well, you can't call it a gray screen a budget screen. It's a good screen. No. I got to show you. Got to show you why it's called a budget. Can't afford one of these babies right over here? You got a budget screen. That's what that is. If you're comparing it to being better than a white screen, just about anything is better than a white screen. Literally anything is better than a white screen. I could take gray chalk paint and that'll beat a white screen. So that's not a really good comparison screen. The only reason why you do the white screen is because a lot of people have them. That's all. And you have to show a difference on why your product is better than the white screen when you walk into someone's showroom or whatever you're going to be at to do your install. Got to show that difference because you're going to see a lot of those when you go out there, or you're going to be dealing with people who are going to have the white screens. But is there a benefit between a gray screen and a white screen? A little bit, but not much, as you can see. And if you can't afford the $6,000 screen, then guess what? You have to get that one. That's what you're going to end up with. Now, as you see, there's a big difference between that certified and that one over there. Now, for my customers, they got a technology that's better than that one, and they have this technology right here. That's what they have. So the woman who painted her entire wall, she can take a certified, stick it up against that screen, and that screen will take it out.
Yummy, creamy, delicious, California.
I just love when they watch the gray screens and say, no, the colors are brighter. No, they're washed out. They're not brighter. They're literally washed out. This would be deeper and richer than that. You ever watch TV? There you go. Matter of fact, we can stick a TV next to our screen. But before you can actually take this on, you got to take on that gunmetal first. And as you can see on a standalone by itself, next to other screen, yeah, it's a monster. Definitely worthy. I actually love that gunmetal. It's very good. Black Diamond has a darker one, darker than the one we have under our desk. That's one I would love to see again. That's a good one. It's a really good one. That's the one that changed their mind when we were making gray screen paints. But just to give you an idea of what I saw, yeah, when you see me take that gray screen and stick it next to that certified and how beautiful the colors and everything, that's what I saw. And I was like, oh, shoot, we're in the wrong direction.
When we see in here,
It was time for change. Oh, let's do this from right here. It's a beautiful one, too. Now we do this, they'll try a line and say, oh, that's all camera tricks. So certifies camera tricks too, right? No, it's not camera tricks. Your product just doesn't work. If you have gray, it doesn't work. It's not camera tricks, it doesn't work. Because if you're going to tell me at the end of the day that I'm wrong, hey, I got a forum site that you can go to. I got 16 of them you can go to. There's one there, they talk about nothing but gray paints all day long in there. Go pop in there and try to convince any one of those guys in there that you have something different than them. Matter of fact, go pop the certified and go talk to them today and say, hey, my product is better than yours. Yeah, right. Hey, always do a good job with their screens at the end of the day. That's another screen. It's an honor to basically do a demonstration next to Diamond and basically Daylight. Always good. And you can't win a Dark Star 9. Gorgeous. Gorgeous gunmetal. Now, see how the color is completely off in the gray screen? This is what I'm used to seeing when I watch gray screens pull a green level. Y'all come up with this washed up kind of olive. It's not even olive. It's kind of like when leaves are about to die in the fall. That's what it kind of looks like. Y'all always have this color to it. Always. Y'all never come up this way, and you don't come up that way. Your greens are never green. They're washed out. Always washed out. Keep in mind that the black technology is fighting a screen that generates a little brighter because, again, it's a brighter screen than my screen. But still, can it turn it dark and unwatchable? Ain't gonna happen. And that screen generates a better color, but it still basically maintains a brighter level. And that's the sacrifice line for the gunmetal. It brings up a little bit brighter, but it sacrifices some of the color, and it will sacrifice the contrast levels. That's what we're going to go through when we design the Superior. Superior is going to have the same thing. It's going to be to maintain some very dark levels. It's just not going to be able to pick up the Infinity Black. It's going to be a lot cheaper too, on top of that. Let's go with, what the heck is this? Now see the sacrifice line? Contrast. Color falls a little bit with it, but it doesn't lose much. But again, it does lose contrast. And the gray screen doesn't read. Gotta stop. People who got these gray screens, you really gotta stop coming full glass. You don't learn anything at the end of the day. Could have fought the Diamond for 8 years. I'm glad I didn't. Glad I actually looked at the technology and appreciated good technology when I saw it. Now you see why they fear the FLE technology and any other black screen we develop. They fear it. So, yeah, it's an amazing technology. I have to do the same demonstration when I go on site. Not with the certified. We don't need it out there because we're never going to see one out there. We'll probably, I don't know, we probably won't never see one out there. And as for the gray screen, we need to use those? No. White screen is the only one we're going to be doing in the demonstrations because that's what we're dealing with. We got a whole place full of white screens. They couldn't care less about a white screen, a gray screen, and a certified. They got all white screens out there. Why are you doing a gray demonstration? We don't have gray screens up here. All the screens are white. There you go. That's what we're going to be dealing with. developing good technology. Customers don't have to spend tons and tons of money to get an amazing picture. Consider the fact that the person who works minimum wage can afford that screen, but look what you're getting at the end. And they definitely can't afford this one, but they can afford that one. That's better than that one and that one. I like that one. Hey, let's get back to that one. That was actually pretty good. Oh, where'd you go? That good color. I like that when it contrasts levels, good color levels, all that good stuff in it. Like, really? OLED demonstrations. I like that one. Hit the button too much. Took it back. I like that one. They had that. Oh, there it is right there. Let's see if it has what they have on their video selection. But I want to do this real quick. This is what I wanted to do real quick. Oh, Mother Frankenstein. Yeah, those are my words. At the end of the day, I don't curse. I don't like it. I'd say funniest things you could say to people at the end of the day. You know, I do a lot of gaming. Of course, people get in there and they get hostile and they start carrying on and acting up. But I just say weird stuff to them. They'll have them laughing, and then later on, you know, we become friends. Got mad at a guy one time. I said, "You can lick my table," and he was like, "Wait, what? Did you tell me to lick your table?" And he was cracking up about that. We became friends. We actually came online together. We was arguing in matches. Told him to lick my table, and he started laughing. I said, "That is the funniest thing ever." Now, that's the white surface. That's what we have to go against when we go out there. Which we can easily dominate with no problem. If we have an issue where, say, we bump into a company and their contractor, say they work with this company at the end of the day, and they may say, "Well, what's the difference between your product and this certified screen we have here?" We have to be to show that we can overpower that screen to get that contract. And if we see any gray screens out there, well, then that's what we do to them. Which means that the certifieds can't take us, the gray screens can't take us, and the white screens can't take us. What other screens are there? It's only black. That means the black screen is the top and most superior technology. Even our gunmetal we're developing can take out any certified as we're designing it to do, but it'll never take on an Infinity. Not any of the black screens won't be to handle it. I love what I do. Do what I love. Telling people this because people think at the end of the day that I'm just talking trash at the end of the day and I'm just in competition. There was never any competition. You just thought there was competition. I'm not bragging here. It's the truth. I'm telling you the truth. There was never any competition next to any of the black technology. The screens are far more superior. They look just like TVs. Oh. So many hours of work. Oh. What do we got here? Okay. Let's see if they got something else. Why can't you reverse it? This is why I keep preaching about the Infinity One, that contrast level, the endless contrast level, why it's so vital, why it's so important. You want your ultra short though projector to look like a TV? You have to have it. All right, people, I got pictures to take. I'm definitely going to be using this video right here because it's nice. And I'm going to get on the forum site, share some demonstrations, and yeah. So, like I said, I'm tired. You have no idea how tired I am. I just did 4 hours basically upgrading the site right now to come and do these demonstrations and take pictures. And I'm still waiting for the rain to chill because I still got to go downtown and pick up some stuff for my $4 projection screen, which I have to build tomorrow and spray tomorrow. Oh, yeah, time. Definitely a lot of busy work. But yeah, so yeah, I'm not, for you gray screen makers out there, you have to understand. You take it as if at the end of the day, as I'm trying to take everything from you. I'm not. You have to upgrade. You can see why you have to upgrade. I literally saw this 8 years ago. When I saw that diamond do that to my screen, I was like, gee whiz Louise, this is what I'm going to be dealing with? You got to change. You got to convert to darker technology. If not, you will not survive. You see what that gunmetal does? It's a brutal, very, very brutal. And don't worry about it. There's plenty of people that'll drop $6,000 for it with no problem whatsoever. When you like to have some of that too, at the end of the day, then you got to advance your technology and make it better. You know, if you're going to fight me on it, at the end of the day, it's not going to go well. All right? It's no point in fighting me. You've seen what my technology does, okay? I can take your screen very easily. I choose not to because, again, I'm giving you the option to try to upgrade and make better products. It's us against the certifieds. It's not us fighting each other. It's literally us against these gunmetal screens because, again, they reign superior right now. Well, not now. Actually, we're getting there and finish them off right now. I want to say it that way because I don't think we're going at war with them. But technically, when it comes down to it, it's screen paints versus the certified screens, a physical screen. And you have no idea how many conversations I've literally had in there about basically about how a screen paint can never compete with a certified screen. Not with a physical screen, not with something that has a material surface to it. And these screens are incredible in the way they're designed and built. How can an everyday screen paint product compete with a screen like that? No, we can. We have the capability to do so. So I'm just telling you from the door, work hard, upgrade your technology, don't cut corners at the end of the day. I do not consider y'all to be a threat at the end of the day, and I don't want to be considered as a threat at the end of the day either. Period. You know, and there's other people that attack me for no reason whatsoever because basically it's jealousy. That's what it comes down to, pure jealousy. You mean to tell me you're that greedy? There's enough room for everybody to live on the planet, and yet you want to have wars at the end of the day. Look what it's come down to. You'll be someplace else, and I'll continue to do this. Was it worth it? Stupid. Dumb stuff. Could have took the time. If you wanted to challenge me at the end of the day, make a better product. Give me something to go, whoo, man, that's impressive. I don't care at the end of the day that if I don't like you, I'm still going to give you credit for your work. I do it with any other screen at the end of the day. They might treat me wrong at the end of the day, but I give credit where credit is due. If it's good, it's good. I don't just tear people down for the sake of just doing it at all, period. I can back myself up any day of the week. Oh, man. A lot of work, people. A lot of work. I haven't even eaten anything all day today. It's like 2:22, I think it is. And I haven't eaten jack at all, period. It's been nothing but work today. All right. I got much to do. So, you know, at the end of the day, we got to stop fighting each other. It's about, I got to still follow through, but I got to follow through because some things were done that should have never been done. But for the rest of y'all, we got to stop fighting each other. We really got to work together to make better products. It comes down to the end of the day to making affordable and better products for the customer. Customer is supposed to be the winner at all of it. There's plenty of room for all of us at the end of the day. I really don't have time to be launching killer Spartan screens to take out other screens at the end of the day. It's just pointless. Gee whiz, with all the work I got to do right now, it's not even funny. So, I got things to do, people. I'm going to get back to work. Oh, no, I'm going to go order a pizza because I'm starving right now. Then I'm going to get back to work. And then see y'all later. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstrations. And again, like I said, happy hunting when it comes to your screens. I'm tired. I'm delirious right now. Gotta go and God bless.